There you go. Okay, there's our 6-word slogan for our country. See rolling hills and estancias from horseback. And estancia, does anybody know what that might be? Kinda.
Stances, like happening.
It's like a farm, I think.
It is?
Yeah. Unless, I mean, I'm not going to argue with you. Okay.
Do this one. Alright, after that one. Which one are we starting on? Go from top to bottom.
I know, just press play.
Oh, I knew that one actually.
Uruguay is located in between Argentina and the west to Brazil.
There's a map.
This is Uruguay, and the capital is Montevideo. And the climate, it's temperate, and it's coolest in June and warmest in January. And they have frequent thunderstorms, but they have no concept of what earthquakes or hurricanes are, because they've never had one ever.
Okay, so aside from like tourism, the #1 export is like agricultural, like canned meat, fish, and rice, because like the soil is really fertile in Uruguay.
And hydroelectricity is responsible for 75% of all electricity. Which was neat.
Okay, the national dance of Uruguay is Uruguayan tango, and it's like debated between like whether or not it started in Argentina or Uruguay. So that's like their most popular dance. There's a couple doing it. A lot of cross-related dancing. See if I can get into that. Yeah. Just put some. They have pop music too. It's kind of like just our pop music. This little older song couldn't really find it. Had a little bit of like Latin flair in it.
It's a little bit spastic.
Yeah, moving on.
Okay, these are some
And they also have like their tango music and the national anthem, but you can go listen to that on your own time.
Okay, these are some interesting facts about Uruguay. 3.5 million people call Uruguay their home, and half of these, a little bit more than half, live in Montevideo, which is Uruguay's capital. 95% of this population it has European descent. It is a wealthy country and is said to be ranked 45th in the world for the quality of life, so a lot of people there are wealthy. Uruguay declared independence from Brazil in 1825, and as far as religion goes, 54% of Uruguay's population identifies as Roman Catholic, while only 1% identify as Jewish.
What about the rest of it? What about the other?
I'll have to get
Other
back to you on that.
denominations are like agnostic, atheist.
Just like here.
So the
You have the rest.
food and diet of Uruguay consists of like mostly European roots from Spain, Mediterranean diet. This includes pasta, sausages, desserts like pastries and breads. They're all sweet. The national drink, which is alcoholic, is called Grappenmeal, and it's alcoholic. Up there, some different grappas. On the upper left, there's some different kinds of, you can see sausages in the back, right, and then steak. And then down there in the bottom left is a dessert from Uruguay.
Okay, so they have like a lot of like celebrities that are abroad. These two are domestic. It's like she's a supermodel, she's a singer/actress. Some of you, if you like soccer, you might know Diego Forlan, who plays for Inter in Italy, and Luis Suarez, who plays for the best team in the world, Liverpool in England. James Porta of Cobra Starship is actually Uruguayan. I think he was born there, actually. So there it is.
Here is a Uruguayan recipe I chose to make. It's called milanesa, and it's basically a breaded steak. And just click play, and we're gonna watch this dude cook some milanesa. And it's very similar to the way I cooked it. It's not that hard.
Round wafer-thin sliced beef, eggs, milk, salt,
Yes, it is. It's a chicken
black
fried
pepper,
steak.
breadcrumbs, oil, and some kind of plastic wrap. Let's begin by putting a piece of the plastic
And they're
wrap
so glad.
down the cutting board. Then a
That was
piece
my
of
favorite
beef
part.
on top of it.
Beating the
And
meat.
finally, another piece
Oh,
of
yeah.
wrap on top of the beef.
Ooh.
Now let's pound the beef as thinly as possible without breaking it into bits. And
Did you break it into
depending on
bits?
the size of the beef slices, you may want to cut them down into smaller pieces. Okay, when all the pieces have been pounded into submission, and take the shallow baking dish and add the eggs, the milk, the pepper, and the salt. Then whip the combination.
Whip it. This is so
In a separate
creepy.
shallow baking dish, spread out the breadcrumbs. Dip a slice of beef into the egg mixture. Cover the beef evenly and completely. Now, dip the slice of beef round into the breadcrumbs. Gently tap the beef in it. Flip the beef over and repeat. Try not to handle the meat too much. Cover spots on the slice of beef. Sprinkle breadcrumbs on the area and gently pat it down.
So
Okay,
creepy.
while you're heating the oil in a frying pan, prepare a plate that is covered with paper towel.
Not really.
Fry the first slice
Here
of
it
beef
is.
on each side for 1 to 2 minutes.
Do you want me to get it out?
Since the meat is so thin, it will cook quickly, so don't go away.
Don't go away.
As the pieces get cooked, remove each piece and put it on the paper-covered plate.
That took a long time because it was very
Repeat the
greasy.
process with
Still
any
is.
remaining slices of beef until they are done. And there you have it, breaded steak made simple from simplefoodie.com.
And that's milanesa,
Are we done?
which you're about to eat here in a second. Okay, this is just an additional interesting fact about Uruguay. Punta del Este is also that translate into Point of the East, and it's located in Uruguay. It's one of the most famous resorts in the world. There you can explore miles of coast. From what I understand, it's basically like a peninsula, and you can stroll the peninsula and you can watch or see the lighthouses or observe sea wolves eating the remains of a fishing boat's catch. And those are sea wolves. I've never seen one, but I thought they looked pretty cool, and I think it would be pretty cool to see one devour some fish. That's one of the lighthouses, and that's Punta del Este.
Their type of government is a constitutional republic. Their public leaders, the one with the arrow, is their president. And their currency is Uruguayan peso, and the exchange rate is 19.3 equals $1. So 19.3 equals $1. And then here's some of their money.
El Dia de los Reyes, that's on January 6th. It's the Day of the Kings. And they actually celebrate the day that the 3 kings brought Jesus gifts. The kids shine their shoes the eve of the holiday, where presents appear the next morning, so I guess it's similar to Christmas. Children commonly receive gifts this holiday rather than Christmas.
Here's the ethnic groups. You see they're mainly European, so like Spanish European. And here's Asian people right here at 4%, 0.4%.
0.4.
Represent.
Represent.